Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari Gopijana Vallabha Giridharidhari Yashodhanandana Vrijayana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Vrijayana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanchari Yamuna Tira Vanchari Yamuna Tira Vanchari Tira Vanchari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय Jai Om Vishnupada Parahams Paricharya Stotsatis Divine Grace Abhaicharan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Parahams Paricharya Stotsatis Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Puran Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled duties, all glories to the assembled duties, all glories to the assembled duties, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 10 Chapter 62 verse 17, 18 and 19. So we're going to read side verse 17 and then go to 18. Iti uktva deva gandharva. Iti uktva deva gandharva. Siddha charana panagan. Siddha charana panagam. Daitya vidyadharan yakshan. Daitya vidyadharan yakshan. Manujam shayatalikan. Manujam shayatalikan. Iti uktva deva gandharva. Siddha charana panagam. Daitya vidyadharan yaksham. Manujam shayatalika. Hare Krishna, go ahead. Hare. Iti uktva deva gandharva. Siddha charana panagam. Daitya yaksha. Iti uktas deva gandharva. Daitya vidyadan yatakshan. Manujamsha yatalika. Iti uktva deva gandharva. Siddha charana panagam. Daitya vidyadharan yakshan. Manujamsha yathalika. Hare Krishna. Word to word meaning. Iti, thus. Uktva, saying. Deva Gandharva, demigods and Gandharvas. Siddha Charana Panagam, Siddhas, Charanas and Panagas. Daitya Vidyadharan, demons and Vidyadhar. Yakshan, Yakshas. Manujan, humans. Cha, also. Yata, accurately. Alika, she drew. Translation. Saying this, Chitraleka proceeded to draw accurate pictures of various demigods. Gandharvas, Siddhas, Charanas, Panagas, Daityas, Vidyadharas, Yakshas, and humans. Hare Krishna. So 18 and 19. Manujeshu cha sa vrishnin suram anakadundupim Vyalikadrama Krishna cha pratimanam Vikshalahitam Aniruddham Vilikitam Viksho Sabhamukhi Hriya Sa Aso Iti Praha Samyamanta Mahipate. O king, among the humans, Chitralika drew pictures of the Vrishnis, including Surasena, Anankadumbi, Balrama, and Krishna. When Usha saw the picture of Pradyumna, she became bashful, and when she saw Aniruddha's picture, she bent her head down in embracement. Smilingly, she exclaimed, "He is the one, it's him." Srila Vishwanath Thakur gives this further side. When Usha saw the picture of Pradyumna, she became bashful. She thought, "This is my father in law." Then she saw the picture of her lover Aniruddha and cried out in joy. Hare Krishna. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदा सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिककान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. This is wonderful. Krishna's pastimes. This is about Krishna's grandson Aniruddha. The meeting of Usha and Aniruddha. Hare Krishna. So this chapter explains about the meeting of Usha and Aniruddha, and then there is a quarrel between Aniruddha and Usha's father. That is, yeah, Usha's father. Bhanasura. Bhanasura. Yes. Hare Krishna. So in this way, especially when Usha, she was dreaming in a dream about Aniruddha in a dream. She was seeing Aniruddha in a dream constantly every day. But all of a sudden, one day, the dream did not appear. Hare Krishna. And she woke up loudly, and all the maid servants, uh, they they also was surprised, and Chitralika asked her what's happened. Generally, this you can see this the room place where the woman they have a special room, um, like that, so that they don't nobody no men can enter in that room especially. This is Vedic tradition like that. Kali Yuga, I cannot say these things. Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare. But it's like that. Yeah. Even when I was young, I used to say that because when I was living in my location, little far away, when I used to play games, I had to go other places. Then I see even the Muslims, other communities, they have a parda system like the women stay in a separate room like that, and they have burqa like that. So it's like for the chastity of woman, purity of woman. Like it's present, man also has to work, woman also has to work. Uh, right. Otherwise, you cannot maintain the house like that. But generally, men of unclean mind, they easily bewilder the human, because human are innocent by heart like that. So man goes to the office, the woman goes to the office like that. Not but chastity, like purity, like that. Intermingling between opposite. This is strictly restricted in according to Vedic tradition like that. That's why the brahmacharis, they have a celibate life like that. They don't interact. Um, Yes, they approach like a mother. She's a mother, like. Uh, Otherwise, our mind is it becomes impure. Then it cannot become calm. When we see a woman, according to Vedic tradition, you see everyone as a mother except your wife, like that. So these teachings are very pure, very high. In Kali Yuga, it's totally the media, social media association is all bad association. From childhood, we are thought of all these movies, everything, this unclean habits. But by reading scriptures, by understanding scriptures, by hearing about scriptures, we can understand how so much pure life it is. Human life is meant to awaken our dormant consciousness, God consciousness. One should become determined in spiritual life like that. The purity is the force, like. So yes, we can see the saying this Chitratika proceeded to draw accurate pictures of various demigods, Gandharvas, Siddhas, Charanas, Panangas, Daityas, Vidyadharas, Yakshas, and humans. The story goes like uh, Bhanasura, he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, and he pleased Lord Shiva, and he had 1,000 arms, which we played different musical instruments. Even the demigods bowed down before Banasura because he was dear to Lord Shiva. So what happened? Banasura told that I don't get any competent whom I can accept you, Lord Shiva. Who can I defeat in the battlefield? So Lord Shiva told, okay, that day will be a end of your day. It said that day your chariot flag will fall down on the ground. You will meet a competent. In other words, you have your life will end at Hare Krishna. So Banasura was not so intelligent because demigods are worshippers of Lord Shiva. They ask something material benedictions which are temporary. So we can see Shiva, Ravan also was a devotee of Shiva. Uh, Here we can see Banasura, he was a devotee of great Lord Shiva, but he asked for his personal satisfaction. Uh, so actually, devotee means to for the pleasure of Lord Krishna and his devotees. A devotee's life is dedicated for their life to serve the Lord, serve the devotees, and develop love. With love and devotion, one should serve the Lord and his devotees. That means devotional. Devotion. One should engage in devotional service. So this Banasura, he got this benediction from Lord Shiva. Shiva, he was proud of his this power. So he told, I cannot get any combat who is equal to me. And Shiva told you that will be your end of your day. That day your flag will fall down from the chariot, and you will meet a competent like that. So one day, Banasura had a beautiful daughter. Her name was Chitraleka. Her name was Usha. Her name was Usha. She was in a dream. She saw Aniruddha, and one day she could not see Aniruddha, and all of a sudden she woke up loudly in a dream talk, and she was embraced that all the maid servants got up, and they were surprised. And Chitraleka asked, "How come you didn't come in contact with any man?" Uh, she told then Usha revealed that I used to have a dream and I used to see this personality so and so, long arms, beautiful eyes, like that. So she, Hare Krishna. Then Chitraleka drew different pictures. That's what here it says. Saying this, Chitraleka proceeded to draw accurate pictures of various demigods, Gandharvas, Siddhas, Charanas, Panagas, Daityas, Vidyadharas, Yakshas, and humans. And then she drawn the pictures of Vrishni dynasty. So then Chitraleka, Usha pointed out to Aniruddha that this is the person. Chitraleka had some mystic powers flying in the sky. She went to Dwarka. This is different siddhis, anima siddhi, lagima siddhi. They are based on bodily. They are to achieve some powers. Like one can become very powerful. He can control many people, like politicians, and thousands of people follow them like that. Or siddhi is some like you can cross, walk on water. You can cross mountains like this modern scientists. They make tunnels underground like that. The different siddhis they are there. These are all siddhis like that. So Chitralika flew to uh, Dwarka and she went to the chamber of Aniruddha. And due to her mystic power, she brought Aniruddha to the palace of Usha. So in her chambers like that. So the guards who were guarding they became doubtful seeing the character of Usha because her bodily features were like sensual, like they doubted that she's having some affairs. So they informed uh, Banasura. Banasura came along with the guards, and when he saw Aniruddha, he became very full of anger, and he tried to attack along with the guards. So Aniruddha, with his club, destroyed all the guards. He killed all the guards. But Banasura was strong enough. He had the Nagapasha weapon. He arrested Aniruddha. Hare Krishna. So by this Nagapasha, this is the verse like that. Hare Krishna. So it says accurate pictures of various demigods, Gandharvas. So these Gandharvas, they are different. They live in the celestial planets. Gandharvas are very good in singing. Like they, they can sing for days. They can sing very beautiful. They sing like they sing for the heavenly, for the pleasure of the demigods like that. Gandharvas. We can read in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. The There was a great devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwar, yeah, Vakreshwar. He used to dance and he used to pray. He prayed. He offered obeisance to Lord Chaitanya, and he asked for a benediction that he can also dance for many days like the Gandharvas. So these are from the heavenly planets, Gandharvas. Siddhas, there is a Siddha Loka where they have Siddhis, they have attained some mystic powers. They can show some mystic powers like that. Charanas, they are also demigods, they are angels. Panagas, they are also demigods. Daityas means they are like just demonics. Demonic means like we can see on this universal planet also there are very people who are from a very low class, means they are uncivilized like that, and they engage in all sort of sinful activities. So daityas are similar, like they are also like demons, like they are eat meat eaters. They have also like person like the vidyadharas. Vidyadharas also some celestial planets. They are also from the celestial planets. Yakshas are like they are compared to uncivilized people. Like they stay in the Himalayas, like the Tibetans. Some like they have a personal like them, or like yakshas and humans like that. So this different Chitraleka was drawing the pictures of this. Uh, nice. So next is what says. Uh, Chitralika drew pictures of Vrishnis, including Surasena, Anaktumni, Balrama, and Krishna. When Krishna saw the picture Pradyumna, she became bashful, and on his picture she bent her head down and embraced. She explained, "He's the one, it's him." So she felt shy, and she explained, "This is the person saw in my dream." Aniruddha. Hare Krishna. So shyness is one of the qualities of woman. That's nature. One thing is like so I will just go quickly to this 18th verses, which was that. King Parikshit said the best of the Yadus married Banasura's daughter Usha. And as a result, a great fearsome battle occurred between Lord Hari and Lord Shankara. Please explain everything about this incident. So the best of the Yadus is married Banasura's daughter Usha. And as a result, great fearsome battle occurred between Lord Hari and Lord Shankara. Shiva's another name is Shankara. The next verse says, Sukdev Goswami said, Pana was the oldest of the 100 sons, the great Saint Bali Maharaj. Here we can see Bali Maharaj was a great devotee but of Lord Vishnu, and whereas his son Banasura, the eldest, he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. Great Saint Bali Maharaj, who gave the whole earth in charity to Lord Hari when he appeared as Vaman Dev. Banasuras, born from Bali semen, became a great devotee of Lord Shiva. His behavior was always respectable. He was generous, intelligent, truthful, and firm in his oaths. The beautiful city of Sunitapura was under his dominion. Because Lord Shiva had favored him with the very demigods waited on Banasura like menial servants. Once, when Shiva was dancing his Tandav Nitya, Bana especially satisfied the Lord by playing a musical accompanied with his 1000 arms. Hare Krishna. So Banasura's father was Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was a great devotee and he used to give a lot of charity. And similarly, when Lord Hari came as Vaman Dev, he asked for 3 steps. And the third step, he, he kept his feet on Lord Vaman Dev. That Hare Krishna. So he was so charitable, and the Lord gave him all the different earthly planets like that. He was benefited. Similarly, he was a great devotee, Bali, but his son was Banasura. He became a great devotee of Lord Shiva, and he was very generous, very intelligent, truthful, and firm. He lived in the city of Sonitapura, and it's a very beautiful city. Even the demigods used to offer respect. They were like menial servants. One day Shiva was dancing in Thandav Nitya and Banasura played musical instruments and he pleased Shiva with his thousand arms he had got that benediction. He pleased Lord Shiva. The Lord and Master of, so this first verse, Parikshit Maharaj is inquiring of, um, he's saying the marriage, how the battle happened. And the next verse is about Bali Maharaj, son Banasura, and how he pleased Lord Shiva with this. Then, Lord and Master of all created beings, the compassionate refuge of his devotees, gladdened Banasura by offering him the benediction of his choice. Bana chose to have him Lord Shiva as the guardian of his city. So, Banasura, Shiva took the position as a guardian of Banasura's kingdom, like that. Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. One day, when Lord Shiva was standing beside him, Banasura touched the Lord's lotus feet with his helmet, which shone like the sun, and spoke to him as follows. So, Banasura was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Actually, Shiva is a great Vaishnava, but generally people approach for Lord Shiva for some material temporary benefit. Similarly, Banasura also asked Lord Shiva to take care of, become the guardian of his city, and also he was intoxicated. He was proud. Generally, people, those who are very wealthy, they are proud. Anything, any material position, wealth, knowledge, beauty, they become proud of this position. But they can also be used in Krishna's service. Suppose a wealthy person, in the beginning, he may feel like he's giving charity to the temple, like that, he's giving donation. He may be proud of his wealth. But slowly, when we engage him in service of Lord, then he will feel some inclination to serve the Lord and the devotees. So he will bring some collection for the temple. In that way, he will be purified. And then finally, he will say, nothing is belong to me. Let me offer everything to Krishna. He will give all his wealth to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Hari Hari. Uh, we can see all the Srila Prabhupada's movement, how devotees dedicated their lives. They give all their body, mind, words, well, like that in service of Lord. But still, Krishna consciousness is a very pure stage, but Krishna purifies. cleans out unclean slowly. He churns like a poison. He takes out the poison. Krishna conscious. All the unwanted things. So Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. Uh, like yesterday, Maharaj was Chandraman Maharaj, His Holiness Chandraman Maharaj was saying that everybody's in their consciousness is money, 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 honey, or somebody's consciousness opposite object like that. Similarly, we can see Banasura like that. So people come to Krishna conscious with unclean mind, unclean this, but when they come to Krishna consciousness, Krishna knows how to clear off them slowly, slowly. This, but the association of devotee and glorification of Krishna, that's Shravanam Kirtanam is the most powerful way. Uh, but we don't have candidates for Hare Krishna. My respectful to Mother Mata for coming on a regular basis Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. We should have that determination of hearing Krishna Katha. It's very pleasing. Srinivadam Katha Krishna Punya Shravana. Our whole movement started with this. Srila Prabhupada came and chanted Hare Krishna. Then he started to preach like that. So hearing from the scriptures like that. Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. So this example, like a wealthy person, wealth can be used, knowledge can be used, beauty can be used, everything can be used in Krishna's service like that. Uh, there is an example. There are many examples like very wealthy people they give for the temple. Like in Houston Temple, if you go to Houston Temple, it's a very beautiful project. Now it came up. Radha Nil Madhav. There's a beautiful deities. Radha Nil Madhav. Very huge deities. It's like uh, it seemed like little bit like my not little bit Mayapur like Radha Nil Madhav. That's a beautiful deities. But there was a person, Bengali doctor. He was living next to the temple. He used to visit the temple, and he was friend of the president. And then slowly he left his body, but during his final day, he donated everything for the temple. And the temple, they have now a beautiful project. A lot of projects are there. They have a nice garden. They have a restaurant, um, distribution of prasadam. A nice project temple also came up. So beautiful like that. So many examples. Even in Pune temple, there was a person who was a devotee of Balaji. He had a deity of Balaji, and he gave it to the temple Pune. It's like that. He gave a lot of donation also. So yeah, so finally, so this one should give to Krishna everything. Should we should walk on the surface in a renounced spirit, that nothing belongs to me today or tomorrow. I have to leave this body. Everything is the property of Lord. That is renunciation. Everything should be used in the service of Krishna. One should not hold back for Krishna. That's what actually he becomes glorious like that. Becomes in a renounced spirit, offering to Krishna like that. That's what actually devotional service is. Anya bilashi sasunyam, without any personal motivation like that. No, I should take some remuneration for my service like that. Now we need some in this age. You need money. Without money, you cannot. Otherwise you have to beg, steal, or rob like that. Um, Money is necessary also, but it can be used in Krishna's service. But the mentality should be understand that it's Krishna's. Everything is Krishna. Nothing is mine. Otherwise one will become puffed up. We will become pride. you know Even if coming to devotional service, he says Banasura was intoxicated with his strength, then he will think I am the controller. Okay, yeah, yeah, I'm the boss, I'm the master. In devotional service, everybody is qualified. Either he's doing a little service also, he should not be neglected like that. One should not, one should not be falsely proud in this. Similarly, Banasura was intoxicated with his strength. One day, because if you see Chicago, lot of it's a big project. People are there, but who comes to the temple? Who comes have darshan of the Lord? Very few, very. They are not ordinary. This Krishna is within everyone's heart like that. So one should be very careful, not commit offense to anybody in devotional service. You should offer with kind words. Like in Vedic culture, one should give honor them, give a seat. Even a householder is said, like even a demon come enemy comes, he should give him respect. Such is Vedic culture like that. One should not be falsing. I am the proprietor of this thing, property. This should not be puffed up falsely. Like Srila Prabhupada, when Gaudiya Math, they were all the God Breath. Prabhupada followed the instruction of his spiritual master, and all others were they were fighting, and they it went to the court, and for many years that went on that. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master was Agun Lagve. There would be a fire in the mud, he said. And then after Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sir left, then all the God brothers were fighting among themselves like that. So Srila Prabhupada made a GPSC, and then under that direction, everybody is like that. Prabhupada is a founder Acharya. So one day when Lord Shiva was standing beside him, Banasura intoxicated with strength, Banasura touched the Lord's lotus feet with helmet which shone like the sun and spoke to him as follows. Hare Krishna. So that should be a renounced spirit. Nothing is, I'm just a servant of Lord Krishna. Otherwise, the false ego is very great. The false pride blocks us in our spiritual life like that. One should develop love for Krishna, one should develop love for his devotees. O Lord Mahadeva, I bow down to you, the spiritual master and control of the worlds. You are like the heavenly tree that fulfills the desire of those who desire such unfulfilled. So this Banasura is glorifying Lord Shiva. I bow down to you, the spiritual master and control of the worlds. This bowing down before the Lord, bowing down before the superior is very essential in our spiritual life. Krishna also says, these two things, man mana and surrender unto me. Always think of me, offer obeisances to me. This is a very important instructions. Otherwise, we keep material world in our mind, then we'll be always in distress. Because Krishna, who is the creator of this world, he has told this world is a place of miseries. Uh, so we can see even Banasura is offering Mahadev and is glorifying Lord. You are like the heavenly tree, fulfill the desire. Those. Then 1,000 arms you bestow upon me have become merely heavy burden. Besides you, I find no one is in three world worthy to fight. Eager to fight with the elephant who rules the direction, O primal Lord, I went forth, pulverizing mountains with my arms, which were itching for battle. But even these great elephants fled in fear. Hare Krishna. Even to fight with the elephants who rule the directions, O primal Lord, I went forth, pulverizing mountains with my arms, which were itching for battle. Even those great elephants fled in fear. Hare Krishna. He was hitting all the mountains. He could not use for any other purpose. He was scratching. Uh, Even the elephants fled in fear. Vanasura. Hare Krishna. Such was a fight. Hearing this, Lord Shiva became angry and replied, your flag will be broken, fool, when you have done battle with one who is my equal. That fight will vanquish your conceit. So Shiva, Lord Shiva becomes very pleased with the devotee. He also becomes angry. His one his name is Ashutosh. One Ashutosh means like another. There's a pastime where many pastimes are there. One of them is and a demon. He was worshipping Lord Shiva. He was eating ash, and Lord Shiva was pleased him, and he asked a benediction. Whoever's head I keep my hand, his head should skull should be broken two parts like that. Uh, and he ran after Lord Shiva, and whether this power mantra is working or what. Lord Shiva gave, and Lord Shiva became fearful and ran up. And then Lord Vishnu appeared, and then he told this his Shiva's devotee that you try it on your own head. And he kept his hand on his sword and it broke into two pieces like that. So here Shiva became replied, your flag will be broken full when you have done battle with one who is my equal. That fight will vanquish your conceit. He says, your flag will be broken, a fool, when you have done battle with one who is my equal. That fight will vanquish your conceit. Thus advice. Oh, time is running very fast, huh? Krishna. Unintelligent Banasura was delighted. The fool then went home, O king, to wait that which Lord Girisha had predicted the destruction of Pravis. In a dream, Bana's daughter, Maiden Usha, had an amorous encounter with the son of Pradimna, though she had never before seen or heard of her lover. Losing sight of him in a dream, Usha suddenly sat up in the midst of the gulf, crying out, where are you, my lover? She was greatly disturbed and embraced. Banasur had a minister named Kumanda, whose daughter was Chitralika, a company of Usha. She was filled with curiosity, and thus she inquired from her friend, who are you searching for, O fine browed one? What is the hankering you are feeling? Until now, O princess, I haven't seen any man take your hand in marriage. In my dream, I saw a certain man who had dark blue complexion, complexion, lotus eyes, yellow garments, and mighty arms. He was the kind who touches human's heart. Hare Krishna. These are a description human is attracted to man like that. It's a Hare Krishna. Long answer. Hare Krishna. So it's a beautiful description. We can now see see. So the difference between Siddhas and Narayanpana is that Narayanpana they are devotees of Lord, and whereas Siddhas they are perform mystic siddhis, like that. Siddhas, that is called Siddhas. That's another thing. So, and the demonic demons like Daityas, they're in Bhagavad Gita it explained they are pride, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance. So, these are the demonic nature. So, like we can see now in Banasura, so in 16th chapter it explains about the divine qualities and demonic qualities. It's the 16th chapter. Yeah, 16th chapter. Yeah. So fearlessness, purification of existence, cultivation of knowledge, austerity, self-control, study of the Vedas, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, freedom from any passion for honor. They belong to godly men. So these are devotees fearless. Hare Krishna. He knows whatever comes is temporary. This will be in time, everything will go. You know, in our spiritual life also we see so much obstacles comes. When obstacle comes in spiritual life means your preaching is success. Hare Krishna. Because there are many peoples uh, in envious people. They don't want preaching to go on. If we are engaged in politics, we cannot engage in preaching. Preaching is what's the soul of this moment, Krishna consciousness. Yeah. He says, to the Lord said, fearlessness, purification of hope. That's why very important training for new bhaktas. They should be trained. Otherwise, the beginning is given to chant Hare Krishna with the devotees early in the morning. Then that's a reward. It can be shown what under the guidance of a senior devotee, whether they are serious or they want to do some mischief by their behavior, by their actions. Because then they will, because they're coming from outside, they don't know what is Krishna consciousness, how to keep oneself clean, how to get up early in the morning, how to behave with seniors, like that. Everything, then it's not chant Hare Krishna mantra, offer this, and how to keep oneself externally, internally clean. So this very should be emphasized, like early morning of chanting in the temple, especially when a neophyte devotee he comes to Krishna conscious. This is what the training was there. That's very important, like that. He says fearlessness, purification of one's existence. So there's there's some scars. One is that purification of one's existence, because this from life to life to life, many lives, lakhs of life, our consciousness is impure, like that. And Krishna consciousness is a very pure stage, like that. So when everything becomes clean, very pure, devotees also chant nicely early in the morning, everything, a lot of devotees, and then that will bring a very nice vibration early morning. All the devotees, especially initiated devotees, they chant early in the morning, mangalarti, guru puja, at least 5 6 people should be there, like that. Then the temple has a lot of life, like that. Purification of existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, um, cultivation of this knowledge about the scriptures, knowledge of the scriptures. Charity, one should be charity, self control, uh, like that. Hare Krishna. Previously devotees were staying in the temple, they were fully dedicated to service of Krishna, like that. And then very nice, you've been seeing them, you feel very energetic, you feel very, they were looking very blissful, like that. Because outside mode of passion is very prominent, and then lust, greed, anger, envy, this comes in the mind, like that. Our mind becomes impure. Then we see all that. Already we have these qualities, and we see the devotees also in that sense, like that. Cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control. Self-control. One's senses has to be controlled. Vacho vegam manasakrutam. This is very important. If you eat in a wrong time, if you see in a not at right time, then we cannot, we will feel discomfort. Then we cannot fix our mind in chanting Hare Krishna. We cannot do properly because we will feel body uneasiness. So vacho vegam, manasakrodha vegam, jiva vegam, udarapastu vegam, like that. They are all in one line. The mind, tongue, belly, like that. So one has to be self-control, performance of sacrifice. So one should perform sacrifice, the standing of Hare Krishna, study of the Vedas, austerity. Austerity means get up early in the morning, Brahma Muhurta, not one day, 2 days, like regular. This should be habit because it becomes a habit. The Prabhupada emphasized, temple is not a place for eating, sleeping, like that. Hare Krishna. I don't know. I'm repeating the words of Prabhupada. It's not my word. Hare Krishna. Don't feel bad. Simplicity. uh, simple. Devotee means simple. Vaishnava we can be known is simple. Simplicity is Vaishnava. Very simple. That is. Hare. Non-violence. Non-violence means he should not harm other living entities. Truthfulness. Satyam, he should be very straightforward, truthful. He should be. Freedom from anger. Freedom from anger. Renunciation. Because one becomes anger, her whole body becomes polluted. Renunciation. One should be in a renounced spirit. That everything is the property of the Lord. I should walk on this planet, this universe, everything belongs to the property of Lord. Because any moment, this life will go like that. Nothing you will take along with him. Tranquility, aversion to false finding, compassion for life. So Srila Prabhupada said, like, especially when the Indians they come to US West, Hare Krishna, don't don't feel bad. They peacock, they try to imitate the peacock, like they put peacock feather, but they will become crow. It's Prabhu is comparing to Americans because Americans are fair, very they're beautiful like that. They want to enjoy like that, and similarly the Indians they try to copy the West. Like and it's said that you should not should cross seven ocean. As soon as you cross seven ocean, you become contaminated. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada came to West, but on his order of his spiritual master. Hare Krishna. Shubkrit, what are you talking? Hare Krishna. Sun cross sun, ocean comes contaminated. Yes. So yeah, whole passion, ignorance is simplicity, non-violent, truthful, freedom from renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding. No. Compassion for all living entities. Compassion for all living entities. We can see Srila Prabhupada, he was so compassionate. He distributed the mercy to everyone, one is qualified or not qualified. Yeah, if you will be compassionate, then you will have that nice. If you are sincere, serious, then nice people will come to join the movement like that. That's way to deal with some. For your fruit, clean and freedom from envy, from passion for and transcendent quality. Oh, son of God, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Whereas demonic is pride, is very proud, pride. Like we can see in this pride is very difficult to overcome. Like pride is um, yeah, but by developing love for Radha and Krishna and Guru, one can overcome pride. One should be very attached to spiritual one. That's why it's Diksha Kal, one should surrender. The process is to surrender to Guru and Krishna like that. He is my own, not this bodily affection. Then the pride comes there like that. When you have bodily attachment, this and bodily attachment means sense gratification like that. So then our attachment to should be Guru and Krishna. One should develop love for Guru and Krishna. That should be my whole life, heart and soul. Then pride is then I engage like that. Arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, ignorance. This quality belong to the demonic. Transcolor conditional liberation, demonic qualities make to bondage. So demonic bondage. Hare Krishna. Oh my. It's going fast, very nice. A lot of things to say. Very, I go on mind little bit. It's very beautiful. Uh, yeah, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one of this. या ईश्वरा सर्वभूतानां हृदेशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति ब्रह्मयं सर्वभूतानि यन्त्ररूधानि मायया ईश्वरा सर्वभूतानां. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtiti means one is the soul, one is the super soul. Brahmayas Sarvabhutani. So this body is a machine, is given by the nature, Maya, and under the direction of Lord Krishna. And we are situated in this body. And we want some material desires. So, Hare Krishna. We want to try to uh, yantra Rudama, offered by my wandering in this world with ambition to fulfill material desires. Body and mind are in agitated position. Soul is practically asleep. He says, the living entity in this world seated in this bodily machine. Means we as a living entity, we are seated in this bodily machine. Yantra Ravdhani. This is offered by Maya. He's wanted to fulfill some material desire. Alright. Alright. Yes, he's ambition for some material. In that situation, because the body and mind are in agitated position, the soul is practically asleep. When we want to fulfill our material desires, the soul is practically asleep. It's agitated. Mind is agitated. Uh, so we have to wake up as devotee. We have to wake up to the reality. And what is the reality? For spiritual awakening. So when we become devotee, we have to wake up to the reality. Actually, we are all sleeping in this because of our material desires. Our mind and body and mind are agitated. So we have to make our body, it says we have to make our body stable for spiritual life. Like holding, suppose like you're holding a magnifying glass and you're tilting it in some way like that. So that rays won't penetrate the paper or cotton, right? It won't burn. So our body and mind should be stable for spiritual awakening. So one should not eat all kinds of food that will disturb with this. We should not eat cocoa also, candy, chocolates. Cocoa has caffeine like that. So difficult, right? If you go outside, you like to eat sweets like that. All kinds of food disturb, indulging. So this will kind of foods will disturb and passion, body uncontrolled. Because if you eat more, then you cannot get up early in the morning. You feel sleepy. Yes, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yukta, one should not eat more or one should not be less. Generally, we go to some all other things. We go to social media, everything, news, everything. And then we cannot focus in reading scriptures. So mind becomes lusty and greedy. Impurity is mind. Virus like a virus in computer. Mhm. Suppose is the virus in the computer, then the computer won't work properly, right? Huh? So we have to keep positive vibration in the mind. In Rajaguna, our mind is jumping. We can see the cars going this way, this way. Um, Hare Krishna. So it makes some sense. People going this way, this way. It's in mode of passion, it says. So, like in the ocean, we can see in the ocean, if you see an ocean, waves, in the morning, the impurities are thrown out. So, morning, Sattva Guna is goodness, day is passion, and night is ignorance. Hmm? In the day, it doesn't throws out the ocean waves, it doesn't throw the impurities out. Similarly, we have to get up early in the morning. Brahma Murat, according to scriptures, is recommended. One should take austerities. Even Rishabh also says one should perform austerities for purifying this existence. So one has to control the senses, control the body like that. Don't injure either or pinch others. Hmm? Don't take the credit of others like that. Very, for it is stored for others. So very beautiful this is. If one is eating all kinds of food, eating late night, that disturbs the belly and the body. Similar one is Vacho Vegam, Krodha Vegam. Tongue is uncontrolled, belly is uncontrolled. The whole body is in a disturbed condition. This one instruction of nectar of instruction, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, has so much impact in our spiritual life. It's very important, he says. One is eating all kinds of food and is eating late nights, then that disturbs the belly and the body. Similarly, one is indulging in Vachu Vegam, Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, tongue is uncontrolled, belly is uncontrolled, the whole body is in a disturbed condition. With a agitated body, disturbed body, it is very unconducive for spiritual awakening. This lecture given by devotees very has a lot of meaning. With the mind as virus, lust, greed, and anger. So these are the three enemies. Bhagavad Gita also says lust, greed, and anger. Suppose there is a computer, there is a virus, then it won't work according to you because another thing will pop up, right? Similarly, the mind also. The virus in the computer will not keep quiet, go hang, berserk. Will not be able to work. You want to open some files, it will open some other files without you. You want to share some, keep hanging. It means the computer is not in your control. Computer is in virus control. So this is about the mind. First is of the body, where to control the senses. Then as the mind, the example is given of a computer as well. Our mind is carrying impurities taken over the body. Suppose you are suppose you are sitting in a cab and the driver is taking where he wants to go. The person wants to go somewhere else, the passenger. Uh, and the driver says you go to there. Similarly, mind is like that, you know. Mind is supposed to be the servant of the soul. Uh, it should act in the interest of the soul and the progress of the soul towards Krishna consciousness. Mind is a the computer is not in a control. Computer is in virus control. In the same manner, our mind carrying impurities take over the body. For example, you are sitting in a cab. The driver wanted to take the place, want to take where he wants to go, not to the what the passenger says. You know. Similarly, mind is to be servant of the soul. It should be act in the interest of the soul. As soon as we chant Hare Krishna, then all thoughts comes in our mind. It doesn't fix on Krishna, but one should bring back to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He says mind is supposed to be servant of the soul, supposed to act interest of soul and progress of the soul towards Krishna, whereas mind is uplaced by virus of lust, greed, and anger. This mind is this virus, lust, greed, and anger is uplifted. It doesn't listen to the soul. It takes to degrading situation. Then you will go downwards. It won't uplift you. Hare Krishna. Very nice. He says lust, greed, and anger are the three things which lead to hell, like that. Similarly, mind, he says, like the example is given of a passenger wants to go somewhere and the driver says, I want to take you where I want to go. Huh? So that's not right. Another example is saying, suppose a computer has virus, like that, you know, then it other things will pop up. You try to do something, then other. Similarly, mind is lust, greed, and anger is there. Uh, he doesn't listen to soul. Take discrepancy. I'm telling that I have to take to temple. He's taking to the wine shop. Now people go all over there only mostly, right? Don't come to the temple. I'm driving, telling driver to take the temple. Suppose that customer is saying, you want to go to the temple. Similarly, the mind. The mind is agitated, not in control. Uncontrolled mind is tamoguna. Suppose people come and say that, oh, my mind is not controlled. That means it's in ignorance. So one should bring in satoguna, goodness. Uh, Mind is dragging. In tamoguna, ignorance, one is completely helpless. One is kicked, punched. We can see that people, they are kicked and punched from morning to night like a football. We are tightly under the grip of nature, under time, body, mind, climate, hunger, thirst, greed, anger, envy. The ball is kicked from one place like that. Here, okay, say in the rajaguna is like that, you know. uh, it is tossed like rajaguna, making plain and making plan and failing is again making plan, failing, you know. Is working and trying and now I'll be, you know. Sattva guna means the mind is calm, cool, collected. One is able to gain power. So these three things, you know, in ignorance, one is completely helpless. Huh? Is punched, lap like that. He's ignorant of himself. Mm. Mind is dragging to so many things. When in Rajaguna, there is some control, but it is like a tossing, you know. He's making plan and again he's failing. And Satoguna means the mind is calm, cool, collected. One is able to gain power over the mind, take task of purifying the entire day. Early morning in Satoguna, day is passion, night is. In the early morning, you have a better command over the mind and tame the mind plant positive things in mind. So the morning time is very best for spiritual activities. So that is Sattva-guna. One has to come to Sattva-guna. In the passion, yeah, a special present civilization, more passion or ignorance, or a mixture of passion or ignorance. Hare Krishna. Early morning, like the example is given in the ocean. In the early morning, the ocean throws impurities. We can learn from nature also. In the day, the ocean does not throw impurities. It is high and high. The waves are coming high and down like that. It's not throwing away. So Rajaguna people are running here and there, seated in the machine, looking for passionate happiness. Like first we read Ishvara Sarvabhutanam. Krishna is saying Hirdeshya. Krishna is seated as a Brahmayam Sarva Yantra Rudini Maya. So this body, the living entity, is seated in this machine, which is given by Maya. It's under the direction of Krishna. So these different examples we read about the mind. Running here, sit in the mind. Early morning ocean is releasing image. So early morning we have to stop of impurity vibration little by little by chanting Hare Krishna early. So slowly, little by little, all these impurities will go. Then get up, chant Hare Krishna. Suppose one has stomach ache, crying. By the prescription, stomach feels relief. Like if you have stomach ache, you go to a doctor and he gives some prescription. Then you feel very relief. You feel very comfortable, right? Hmm. It's very brave. In order to make the body peaceful, so there are different Patha Sutra. Ahimsa, Satya, does 10 things. Swadhyaya, Japa. Don't injure other living entities, living being. Don't expect you pinch your neighbor. Your life will be all right. This is a very nice point. If you try to harm others, then naturally it will come back. If you throw stone up, it will come back. If you try to pinch your neighbor, they will pinch you back. So this is one ahimsa. Don't injure others, and always speak truth. Truthfulness. That's one of the divine quality. Uh, so there are two. Hare Krishna. And don't steal the credit due for others. Always keep purity of the body, mind, words. Treat all women as mothers. Kaya, vacha, manasa, sarvasta. In all situations, you have to see as woman as a mother, like the sarvasta. Then your mind will become calm. Brahmacharya, yes, he should remain as celibate. If you avoid seeing woman as an object of enjoyment, then your mind will be completely peaceful. Mind is polluted. If you see a woman of enjoyment, mind is disturbed. So yeah, it's say what is both object, like if he then the mind is polluted, mind will be disturbed, you cannot fix on Krishna. Don't accumulate more than required. You need spiritual awakening. Should be more material awakening, less. So more our spiritual awakening should be there, not for material awakening. We should force more this. So these are different steps given in Patanjali Sutra. Yeah, because more one possesses, it's painful because he has to maintain it. Yeah, right. Like yesterday also, Maharaj was mentioning about this. If you have acquired more, then it will be painful. Then you have to manage it. Then so, and this is another thing is which our mind should will be calm. Like keeping the body clean by shaving, taking bath, cutting nail, and mind by chanting Hare Krishna. Krishna has given you. Don't be greedy for others' property, and do not to be great for others. So then you will be happy, santushta. Swadhya means you should be satisfied whatever you have, and swadhya means daily studying of the scriptures of Bhagavatam, Gita, to purify your intelligence. And our japa means chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, which we are doing every day. Hmm. Dependence on Krishna, and we should live in a life dependent on Krishna and in a renounced spirit, that everything we walk on the globe belongs to Krishna. Today or tomorrow we have to leave this world. Like this is an alien planet. Our actual planet, we have to go home back to God at spiritual world. Mm. So whatever needed, we have to take. That's what. Then will be our mind will be peaceful. Ishvara Pranita, and we have to depend on the mode of Krishna. And then Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitamam Vishami Bambudo. A mood should be life for Krishna, like that. So if we hold this, then our mind can become peaceful like this. These are the few things. Uh, Time is short. 8:30, 8:40. Any comments? Any question? Hare Krishna. Yeah, not let the senses to go here and there. uh, we have to fix it on mind and Krishna. That's dhyana, I said that. So in this way, we can keep our mind calm and peaceful. This few things, very nice points are there. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Any comments? Any questions? Anything? Say something. What you heard about? Little bit something for your purification, everyone's. You can have a mic there from the mic over there. Take a mic. No, nothing you want to say. Do you have any question? On that? Hey, just kidding. Okay. Yeah, we were speaking from Bhagavad Gita. We were saying Ishvara Sarvabhutanam. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart, and we as living entity, we are in this body, the given by Maya, material energy, and Krishna. So different processes are given how to control the mind. One has to control the tongue, one has to control the belly, one should be regulated in his eating and sleeping, one should purify existence by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, one should purify intelligence by reading the scriptures, one should remain as a brahmachari, one should see all other as part and parcel of Krishna, as a mother, then our mind can become calm and peaceful, accept one's wife like that. So in this way we can purify our existence and walk on the surface that everything is the property of Lord in a renounced spirit. Today or tomorrow I have to leave this, give up this world, and one should take what is required, not more than necessary. Then the mind can become calm and peaceful, and one should become clean. One should remain clean internally and externally by taking a bath nicely. Exactly. Hare Krishna. Like the demons, they are always disturbing. When there is yajna, everything they do all sort of garbage. So in Kali Yuga, everything will decline as time will go. Memory will become less, bodily strength will become less, cleanliness will become less, mercy will become less. That we can see as day goes passes. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, thank you for your patience. Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare